This is Pigeon Mission, my Global Game Jam 2018 submission. If you don't know what that is, it's an event that takes place around the world at various locations where you form teams and build a game in 48 hours. So I started off at Onion Station, where apparently you're not allowed to recline on the benches. Well, glad I noticed that, I was just about to. Is this how you get on the subway? I'm confused. 20 minutes, okay, I'll just sit here in my non-reclined position. Alright, now through the warp tunnel to find my train. Did I mention I love trains? Probably because of Thomas the Tank Engine when I was a kid. It's about time you showed up. And the train stalled, so I got on another one. Hope it takes me to the right place. It's at this point while editing I realized that I have disproportionately more footage of trains than anything else. And I've arrived at the station of Grand Centralness. Now time to find where I have to... Oh, there it is. Alright, I just got into the hotel and there's really no good angle to shoot this from because it's so small. Hey look, there's a handsome person over there. And the bathroom is where you, get hypnotized because the walls are just death. So, now time to do what any reasonably civilized person would do in this situation. Okay, so I just noticed that there's this window, and what's outside the window? A brick wall, and a reflection of a particularly handsome fellow. I think it's stupid. Okay, first of all, I found out how to turn this thing off. Messing with my audio, stupid. And I got a chicken taco from Snipers. That's totally how you say it. So I guess the next part is going to need a bit of context. A while ago I spent 2 months here to attend a program called Dev Bootcamp, basically code school for web developers. Since it didn't start for a couple of hours, I decided to go back and look at the places where I spent a lot of time. So this is where you went in. I can't remember which floor it was on. It's also right next to the Trump building. I was there around the time of the election, and I seriously can't believe this place wasn't bombed or something. Am I the only one who stands in the same place hoping the door stops right in front of you? Yes. Now here's somewhere close to where I lived during that time. I expected to feel a bit of nostalgia, but the feeling I got could be better described as guilt, like I haven't done enough since then. I left quickly, but not before getting naked. Oh look, more footage of a train. Alright, I have no idea how close or far away I should be. So what I will now attempt to do is summarize the past 3 hours. Alright, so in the beginning, they just kind of herded us into this... So in the beginning, they just kind of herded us into this room, just a big room, at least, 500 people in it. And they, told us all to shut up and to watch a video. And the audio didn't work on the video so well, but I think the point got across. Then we had to do these, icebreaker things, where, we came up with a color, an animal, and something else. A hobby, I think it was. And they had us going around to other people and, explaining it to them and trying to, make us make friends and so, teamwork and all that. I came up with the idea for a rainbow Kirby that likes killing people. I don't know, that's just how my brain works. Don't judge me. Alright, the next thing I can remember is, finding a group of people. We were actually put in a group of 6 because they didn't have a programmer. I don't know, that makes me feel better about myself. So this year's theme was transmission, and what time is it? It's 9 o'clock, and so if you're in Hawaii, well, this video is going up later, so... Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. And we still really don't know what we're doing, but the theme seems to be pigeons. And I guess that's transmission, messenger pigeons or whatever, but it's probably just gonna be pigeons. Because who doesn't love pigeons? And yeah, that was pretty much it. I'm gonna try to do this every day. I'm sorry if it's awkward. I've literally never done this before. I feel like such a pretentious asshole talking to a camera. If I hear anyone saying I'm vlogging, I will kill them. Smite you through your screen. And I think that's it. I don't have anything else to say. Oh, and we all went to Five Guys and ate burgers. So yesterday when I was eating my taco from Snipers, I was wishing I had a fork so I didn't have to shovel it all into my mouth with my hands, and I figured out that I'm an idiot. Stupid. I got there relatively early on the second day because my hotel was only 2 inches away, which meant we got the best room, of course. I didn't take too many videos during the event because I thought it would take away from the experience, and it's just a bunch of people sitting around a table, not very interesting. They also had this giant tablet thing and these servers that were cooled with RGB lighting for maximum FPS, and also some general hooliganry occurred. And once again, we're on the coat hanger. No, that's crooked. Trying to remember what happened just this morning just feels like it was so long ago. So I haven't planned this out or anything, I'm just gonna kinda say what's on my mind. I don't know, I just got back into the hotel room. Ooh, best part of today. We got these weird hats. I mean, they're pillows, but come on, they're hats. That's the intended purpose, I'm sure. Or frisbees. Yeah, that'll work too. So last night I kinda got started on like a prototype idea that I was gonna show them, and we sort of went with it. Not exactly, we kinda changed pretty much everything, but I think I took a video of it actually. I'll probably put that up somewhere. I mean, I just got there at 9 and I haven't really stopped since. It was going really fast towards the beginning of the day as I sort of laid down the framework, and towards the end of the day it kind of got slower because I was just waiting on more art assets, and so the other programmer that was on our team, Unity, kept on crashing for some reason, and so that resulted in a lot of lost time. And I think it's coming together very well. I think we did a good job of like scoping down and figuring out which parts we really needed. We were originally going to go for something 2-player, but we just decided to make a single-player version just to see, like, you know, how it would play, and then we're going to add it later, but it doesn't look like we're going to have time now. But yeah, I think that's something I could probably do better, is keeping projects small, keeping them really simple, and focusing on what's actually, like, fun to play before getting overly complicated. I'm trying to remember what we did today, but I think we just pretty much stayed in the same room all day. And I don't know how much I can tell you without, like, actually getting into specifics, or without it not making sense. So tomorrow, I think all that's left is, okay, so we basically decided that we were all going to design a level, and that was going to be in the game, and I just built this absurdly difficult level. It's probably going to be available to play by the time you're seeing this. I feel like there's a ton of stuff that I just can't really think of right now that's actually important, but I'm going to think of it later and be like, oh, I should have said that. Yeah, they basically had this survey, like, oh, fill out all these questions and you get this funny hat. And they called it a pillow, but, you know, it's a hat, obviously. And so, but it was like programming stuff. And so, like, half the team couldn't really get it. And so, I think 4 of us were able to get these hats, and the others missed out. And can you take me seriously with my face thing? Okay, good. And I remember there was just this point where, like, I think three of us were just wearing them as hats, and yeah, and then someone else walked in and we had to kind of, you know, justify ourselves. That was the high point of my day. And also I got a sandwich. It's turkey and cheddar. Someone commented that I look like a piranha plant from Mario. I don't know, I just got back, I'm really tired. I think it's like 10 o'clock. I'm using my phone to record this, and there's no clock in here, so I can't check. But yeah, I mean, the game works. It's not entirely terrible. I really don't know what I was expecting, honestly. I don't know, it's all okay. It's all fine. I don't know what else to say. I feel like I have to say some stuff because otherwise it's just gonna be really short. Okay, guess it's over then. Goodbye.
Looks like we got the slightly inferior room today.
So after the 3 p.m. deadline, the entire site gathered together in a horribly overcrowded room to play each other's games. Looking back, I would have spent more time playing others' games as opposed to staying by our own game.
Alright, so I got back a while ago, but I took a nap. It's the end of the last day. Honestly, I think it went better than I had expected. I mean, I have no idea what I was really expecting from this. Alright, so in the beginning of the day, I remember there was this one guy who, took our room just before I was about to claim it, and so we didn't get the room we wanted, and we had to settle for this weird, small room. And that was, the first half of the day. I remember, towards the end, it was getting to be, crunch time, where I was, legitimately, trying hard to get things done on time. Looking back, I didn't even really need to. I don't know, I was just really paranoid that I wouldn't have anything. And my battery's low, so I'm gonna have to go a little bit quickly. Alright, so second half of the day. That was the thing where we would go around and play other people's games. And we had these 2 laptops set up that were, both running the game. And we were all just playing each other's games. And it's, I don't know, it's just weird seeing something that, you built from nothing actually being used. A lot of teams didn't have a working end product, and I think that just goes to show, I say it all the time, but if you scope small instead of thinking of this large, unattainable, goal that you have, it's actually going to be harder to get there than if you were to actually just start small and then build off of it, and you'll eventually get there. And I think we did well as a result of that. Yeah, and I really think I'm, just sort of glossing over the entire thing. I kind of just took a nap, so it just feels like it's tomorrow today. It doesn't feel like it just happened. I don't know, just being around people makes me really tired for some reason. Introverts. Let's see, random thoughts. Pigeons seem to be a very big theme. Our game was about pigeons. The game next to us was about pigeons, and I heard that there was another game where you controlled a pigeon. So, I don't know, when people hear transmission, I guess they just think pigeons. Or maybe it's because we're in New York, I don't know. A lot of pigeons. Also, there's this game next to us called Transmission. Transmission, transgender or something, where you go around correcting other people's use of gender pronouns. And I remember talking with people who made it, and I got the high score on it, and so I can literally say that I'm the best in the entire world at that game. I got a score of 22, by the way. I remember I got a score of 21, then someone tied it, and then I beat it by getting a score of 22 because I had brought my own mouse and I had lowered the DPI on it because the camera was all super spastic and all over the place. But the original high score was with the trackpad, so I think that's even more impressive than getting the high score. Yeah, I honestly can't think of anything else. I got more tacos. Tacos, you jelly. So yeah, those are just my thoughts. I feel like I'm missing a lot of stuff, but I'm tired. Go away, leave me alone. I'm just gonna take a quick video on my laptop just to show you how weird this looks. Hold on. So it's literally just a coat hanger that's just stuck to the wall with my phone clamped to it.
And what better way to play this out than more footage of a train? Actually, there's probably a lot of better ways. Alright, so when I was testing the Android version, my phone just spontaneously shut off, and now it won't boot. Not even bootloader. Just kinda stays on the Google screen. So I figured, well, since this is dead, I just use my old phone, the Nexus 4. But this one's dead too. And so here I am using my mom's old 8GB Nexus 4, which has about 1.5 gigabytes free, because the operating system just takes up all of it. So, yeah.